Good morning. Welcome to a day in the life of a hospice nurse. Come on. It is Monday, December 19th, and I am getting my day started. I got up, I got ready. I'm probably gonna go get Jameson here in a minute because he's waking up. I'm gonna make us some breakfast, and we are gonna get this day rolling. We're just gonna take a second to appreciate the sunrise right now. It was a lot more pink earlier, but stay. Okay, whatever. Pretty. All right, we are in the car, ready to go tackle this day. I have Jameson with me. I'm gonna go drop him off at his Nana's and get this day started. Do you have anything to say? Okay, we'll see you later. Okay, so typically, like right now, I have only 8 patients, which is on the low end. The highest I've ever had is 16. Our average is 12. So today I'm seeing all 8 of my patients. I go to, I go to 4 different locations. I have a couple facilities that I have multiple patients in, which makes my job a lot easier. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown of what my day looks like and how I typically organize my day. But with me only having 8 patients, I see them all right now on Monday. I usually finish by like 1 or 2, and then I have the rest of my day to chart. Anyways, I'm gonna go drop him off and get started with our first visit. Alright, I just dropped Jameson off. We are heading to our first facility. It's a nursing home. She's in the memory care unit. She has been on for a couple months. I think just around 6 or 7 months. It's about 7 miles away. So with my job, I do document and get reimbursed mileage. So I do keep track of how many miles and like where I'm going. So we're going 7 miles. And she is our first stop. All right, you guys, we have arrived for our first stop. It is just about 9 o'clock, which is normally when I like to get my day started. I don't like to start too early just because I don't have to. Typically, it's just a general like head to toe assessment. I do her vitals and just kind of make sure she has everything she needs. But typically, she's a pretty easy visit. She always says something to make me laugh, but let's go visit with her. It's just about 9 o'clock, and usually my visits take about 10 to 15 minutes, so let's go visit with her. It is about 9:15 and we are done with our first visit. She's always a really quick visit for me. She's usually very tired and falling asleep during our visit. Like she'll just fall asleep mid-sentence. So I usually just do my nursing assessment, take her vitals and stuff. We are done with our first visit. Now we are going to go to another facility. It's about 3 miles from this one, and we have 3 patients there to see. So let's head that way. Okay, so we just made it to our second facility. I have 3 patients here. I have 1 on the AL side and I have 2 on the memory care side. I've had all of these patients for several months now, so I'm pretty familiar with all of them. One of them, she's on the assisted living side. I do like her medication, I refill her medication organizer, and then she self-dispenses them. And then the other two, they both require some wound care. One of them, I'm actually going to remove some sutures he had from a recent fall he had, and the facility sent him to the ER and notified us after the fact, which obviously they're not supposed to do. They're supposed to call us first, but it is what it is. I will remove those sutures today. And the other patient also is a frequent faller, and she has a nice skin tear to her forehead that is healing pretty well. I'm just keeping it clean, making sure it's free of infection and things like that. Both of my patients that are in memory care were both on the on-call log, so the on-call nurse saw them over the weekend. One of them had a non-injury fall, and the other one has a new cough. And so I need to assess that and see what's going on there. I'm pretty sure they ordered her some medications for it, like Mucinex or something, or a cough syrup, I can't remember. So I'm gonna kind of check in on that and see what's going on there. But that's kind of what this facility looks like. So let's go visit with them and see how they're doing. Right, we are done with facility number 2. I saw all my patients there. They're all doing all right. The one I mentioned that had a cough, she's definitely just congested, has a runny nose, and I'm pretty sure the on-call nurse sent over an order for Mucinex or something like that, but they didn't get the order, so I need to fax that over again, just get her started on that to help her. And then I did end up removing that patient's sutures. I had a little bit of difficulty at first, but I was able to get them all removed, and he handled it really well. And then my last patient, she's over on the assisted living side. My visit's always much longer with her because she's very with it and likes to, chat, and I love kind of catching up with her and talking to her. Anyways, she's doing good. I refilled all of her meds. I wrote down which ones I need to call and refill, but we are on to the next facility, which is about 5 miles from where I'm at now, and I have 3 patients there. Okay, let's talk about the patients that I'm about to go see. So I just arrived at my next facility. This is facility number 3. It is a assisted living / memory care. And I have 3 patients, and they're all back in memory care. I've had all 3 of them for over 6 months. So 2 of them we're kind of talking about maybe live discharging, just because I'm not seeing enough decline to keep them on hospice. So there's just things that I really need to start kind of digging into to determine whether or not I have enough there to chart to prove that they are still eligible for hospice. So that's where this job gets kind of hard, because they always ask, like, okay, are they going to pass in 6 months? Because that's what hospice is. And it's really hard. I mean, nobody knows that, but based off of like their decline, we can pretty much kind of get a good idea of if there's enough sufficient decline there to say, yes, they will likely pass in 6 months. Sometimes it gets a little hard when, especially with dementia, I feel like especially my dementia patients are the hardest, because sometimes dementia can be a very slow progression. So it's really important to really hone in on other things that are going on to determine whether or not they're still appropriate. And then my other lady, she is on for respiratory failure. She's been on for a couple months. She is dependent on 2 liters of oxygen, and she cannot go without it. She becomes very confused and desats very quickly. So she is pretty much dependent on those 2 liters of oxygen. But she had a fall a few weeks ago and resulted in a pretty good skin tear on her forehead. So I've been doing wound care on that once to twice a week. And last week I cleaned it and I just left it open to air because there's like a tiny, like dime size piece that just won't heal. So that time I cleaned it and I put some antibiotic ointment on there and just left it open to air to kind of see if that'll help. So we'll see. God, I just stay having dog hair in my mouth. But anyways, so this is my last facility stop. So let's go see these ladies and see how they're doing, and I will update you guys when I am done. All right, I am all finished with that facility. Everyone in there is doing great. One of them is actually her birthday today, so I sang her a little birthday song, which gave her a good laugh because obviously I'm a terrible singer. But I'm just eating a quick lunch right now. I just made like a little chicken and cheese wrap with cream cheese and some these like corn chips that I got from Trader Joe's, which are just bomb with guac. And then I found this 0 sugar root beer at Safeway the other day, and it's actually really good. But we have one more patient to see, and he is about 3.5 miles from here, so we're gonna go see him and then we're done. I think we're doing a co-visit with our social worker and our chaplain today, so I won't be doing that visit alone, which is nice. It's just kind of nice doing co-visits because this job gets really lonely at times. So anyways, I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'll probably just eat on the way there, and then we will be doing our last visit. We are done. It is just about 1 o'clock. It's 12:58. And I'm done with all my visits. So at this point, I typically go home and I don't go home. I stay in the area of my territory and I get my charting done. So it's a lot of just case management. Like, yes, I see my patients, I assess them, but the assessment part isn't really what takes the longest. It's just the other stuff. Updating the families, making sure they have all the equipment, making sure they have all their meds. It's a lot of just case management to make sure that they have everything they need. So yeah, that's literally like all my visits are done for the week. I am seeing one of my other patients on either Wednesday or Thursday this week. I'm seeing him twice a week just because he's been kind of declining lately, and I just kind of want to keep a closer eye on him and make sure he is doing okay. But that's literally the only patient. PRN visits are also a thing where usually I will make a visit if a facility calls me and tells me that there's been a change in condition, or if they fall. If they fall, we always go make a visit just to make sure they're okay, even if there's no injury. We just go to assess them ourselves as well. That's why I don't go home, because I live kind of like far from my territory. So I usually like to stay in the area just in case I get called at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That way I'm not home and I have to drive 45 minutes to get to where I'm going. So I usually try and stay in the area. But yeah, that's pretty much how my day goes. I love the flexibility of this job. I love the independence of this job. And obviously it comes with its hardships, but I enjoy the work, I enjoy my patients, I enjoy my coworkers. So overall, I really have been enjoying this job. Thank God, because I've been going through jobs like nobody's business because I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. So I think I have finally found something that I enjoy, which I am happy about. So I'm gonna go chart, and I'll check in later with you guys before I end this video, but I am gonna go chart and I'll catch you guys later. All right, I have made it home. It is 6:20. I got home at like 5:45 or something like that. But I finished charting around like 4:30, and that was everybody. I charted all my patients, so that way the rest of my week will be pretty chill. So now, like tomorrow, I'll just be on call. So if somebody falls or changing conditions, anything like that, I'll go out. But otherwise, I'll just be at home and get caught up on things that need to get done. But me and Jameson just ate some dinner. We had leftovers from last night, but that was pretty much my day. Obviously, things change as I get more patients, but that's kind of where I'm at now with my current caseload. So I just wanted to hop on here and kind of end this video for you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or... Oh, why are you sad? You got a full belly now. Oh, you wanna join in too? What do you guys say? Anything? Nice. All right, we're gonna end this video here. Say bye-bye. Blow and kiss. Say mwah. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be uploading different days in the life as my caseload changes and as I kind of adjust my schedule, but that was it for today.